Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tanisha Cherry, and I am back with a brand new video. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get notified of all my weekly videos that I post every Tuesday morning when you wake up. There's a new video from me, so make sure you guys check that out. Today's video is going to be very cute because I'm going to be cooking for y'all. If you follow me on Instagram at tanisha.cherry, you know I am the takeout, pick up, delivery queen. But a lot of people think because of that I can't cook, which is just an insult. Okay, my background is Jamaican and Trinidadian, so you know I can throw down. Like, I feel like that should be a given. Okay, the disrespect. Anyway, today's video we're gonna be cooking. The last cooking video I did was my acne and saltfish with, I think I did it with like boiled dumplings. So if you haven't checked that video out, make sure you go and check that out if you've been wanting to learn how to make acne and saltfish. It's actually really super easy, but go ahead and check that video out. Today I'm going to be pulling a recipe from Ayesha Curry's book Full Plate. If you don't know who Ayesha Curry is, like, y'all gonna have to go Google her, but she is, first of all, a baddie, and she's a bomb. She's a wonderful black woman, a mother, a wife, that girl, that bitch. Love you, Ayesha. But she has a cookbook, and if you don't know, her background is Jamaican as well, and that was already like the answer for me to go ahead and get her book. So I was gonna go ahead and look through here to see, okay, what can I make for dinner tonight that I can also bring for lunch tomorrow, because I am back in the office this week for a few days. So I need something for lunch. So I'm trying to think of, okay, what can I make? I bought this book, actually pre-ordered it because I saw Ayesha and Elaine Welthroth, who is the previous editor-in-chief at Teen Vogue magazine. I saw that they had it a live together on Instagram where they were promoting Ayesha's book, and I was like, okay, sis. So I saw them do that, and they did some sort of a curry pineapple. I actually think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, chicken fried rice. Yeah, it's a pineapple chicken fried rice recipe that they did together. It actually looks so fire. So yeah, I got the book because I was like, I need to try new things. I know a lot of people are like, you know, I can cook off the top of my head. I can too. I also am the queen of just thinking in my head that I want to make something in particular, and I'll put Martha Stewart on the end of it on Google, and I always find a Martha recipe that is fire for what I'm in the mood for, and Martha has not failed me yet. Okay, maybe I should do like a blog post on my favorite Martha Stewart recipes, because she came through for me at the beginning of the pandemic, I promise you. Anyways, so back to looking for something for me to make. Okay, so I feel like I want something on the lighter side, to be honest, because I have been, look, your girl's trying to be skinny and I'm trying to be a bit more on the healthy side. So yeah, I'm trying to think, what should I make? Should I do like a salmon dish? She has a lot of fish recipes in here, y'all. Oh my gosh, she has a crab mac and cheese. Ooh, long pasta bake. Oh, gnocchi. Let me get out this section. This is, oh, she got Jamaican red pea soup. She got a whole Jamaican section. No, she doesn't. She has it separated by soups and all that jazz. First of all, the photos in this is so amazing. The photo quality. She has drinks in here too. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make probably like a salmon dish. So some of the options that she has in here is a sheet pan salmon, which is what I'm kind of I'm gearing toward right now. She also has a sambal cod. I don't know what that is. She has a hoisin glazed sea bass. You know, the great thing about this book is a lot of the recipes, like, there's not a lot of ingredients needed in some of these, which is really good. She has baked scallops, citrus glazed salmon. Ooh. Citrus glazed salmon. That looks actually pretty fire. I actually think I have the ingredients for all of this except for salmon. What do you guys think? Should I do citrus glazed salmon, or should I just do the sheet pan salmon with pesto butter, corn, and tomato? I think I'm probably gonna pair it with some brown rice and call it a day. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna ask my people on Instagram which one they think I should go with, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to leave because I need to go to the grocery store and pick up some of this stuff. Definitely the salmon. And then we're gonna be all set and we'll get to cooking. Go get your aprons, y'all. I'll see you guys in a bit. Got my groceries with lots of time to spare. Okay, let's go home now. Okay, y'all, I got all my ingredients, so we about to start cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking. All right, so I have my salmon here defrosting in the sink because the one that I buy is frozen and we need to make this tonight, so she needs to defrost quick. So she's in there chilling. I got 3 pieces in there. Let me tell you, honey, these organic, like, healthy foods, like, it was 3 of these pieces for $15. Child, I can't. Anyways, I just put it in there and it's already thawing out. I'm gonna switch it to cold water so it doesn't cook the salmon. I'm so excited. While I'm cooking, I'm gonna be watching the L'Oreal Paris Women of Worth Virtual Women's Gala, and I'm so excited because this pandemic, as hard as it's been, it's afforded me the opportunity to connect with so many lovely women and create amazing brand campaigns and just to network overall. So I'm excited that L'Oreal is hosting this because normally these things happen in person in Toronto, and as you know, I'm in Calgary, so I miss out on a lot of these opportunities. So it's nice to connect with not only the ladies that work at these brands and put together these amazing partnerships that you guys always support, but always also being able to connect with other creators all over Canada. So I'm excited. I'm gonna be watching this while I'm cooking. Don't worry, we're still gonna do our thing, okay?
The 5th annual L'Oreal Paris Women of Worth Gala will begin in 1 minute.
So if you guessed the citrus glazed salmon, you are right. That is what we're making tonight for dinner. All right, let's get started, you guys. We're starting off by preheating the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna have that warm up while we're prepping everything. We're gonna start with the sauce. For the salmon, a little maple syrup and some freshly squeezed orange juice. Do not worry about the measurements, you guys. I have it in the description box, okay? Because I'm not going to be saying it throughout the video. So we're pouring out the freshly squeezed orange juice, and now we're going to go ahead and squeeze some lime juice. That was so much harder to squeeze, my gosh. And as every recipe should, it calls for some minced garlic. I used about 2 cloves here to mince it. Like, are you even cooking if you're not using garlic in your recipe? Garlic is that girl, honey. I'm grabbing a saucepan because we're gonna mix all the ingredients in there together. The maple syrup, the orange juice, lime juice, the garlic, and then the recipe calls for a chili powder, but I didn't have any, so I just used cayenne pepper powder. It worked all the same, so if you don't have one, you can use the other. And we're gonna whisk that together and put it on the stove on a medium heat and bring it to a boil. Now we're gonna go ahead and prep the salmon, skin side down, add a little bit of salt and pepper in there, just lightly season it, guys, don't overdo it. Remember, we still have the glaze to go over top of it. And look, our glaze is boiling, so we're gonna bring that down to a low heat because we want it to thicken up some. In this recipe, we're also gonna be making some coconut rice. I don't have white rice, so I'm gonna be using long grain brown rice. If you have that, you can use it. And we're adding that into our bowl, and because I'm Jamaican, I'm about to wash that rice, honey. Okay, and I always use the reserve water from the washed rice to water my plants, a little protein. Now I'm pouring out some olive oil in a new pan because this is what we're going to use our rice in. We're going to switch out the glazed sauce because it's done and put the rice pan down. And I'm sprinkling in some coconut flakes in there. We're going to add it to the pot, mix it together, add some rice, mix that together. And you're just going to start smelling the coconut aroma. It smells so good. We're going to let that toast up for like a couple minutes. And then we're going to add in our coconut cream and some water. Mix that all the way together. You can use coconut milk too. I just had coconut cream. Look at the glaze. She's done. So we're just going to pour that on the salmon. some broccoli to the sheep. Now I'm putting in the oven for 15 minutes. My rice is boiling up, so I went ahead and put it on low. Let her steam and cook. And now I'm gonna go ahead and zest some lime because I'm gonna sprinkle that on my rice afterwards when it's done. Y'all, look at this snow in Calgary. It is so good. Oh my god. Look at my meal. All right, so my broccoli is done. My salmon is done. The only thing that's not done is my coconut rice. So that is actually gonna have to wait for that because that's apparently gonna take 40 minutes. Dang, I didn't put a timer on for that. Hey Google, put a timer on for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
That's what I thought. He'd be taking too long. Okay, so I'll check back with you guys in a momentum. That's my Hey Google timer. Let's go check on this rice, honey, because your girl is like ready to freaking eat. Okay, this rice is completely done. Hey Google, stop. Okay. The rice is done. Time to share out my dinner. That's the Jamaican in me, y'all. Share out. That's what we say. We don't say plate, or I don't know what other people say, but we're about to share out my dinner. All right, I finished. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd. So this is what our final dish looks like. Guan goodie. Yes, my girl can cook. Hooray. So for dinner tonight, we're having citrus glazed salmon. As you can see, there's the citrus, there's the salmon, with, of course, coconut rice. I did it with brown rice instead of white, and some baked broccoli. Y'all, that looks fire. I did good. Okay, you guys, it's the moment of truth. Does the food I made taste good? Oh, okay. Broccoli tastes fire. Let's try the salmon. Let's try the salmon. Let's try it with some of the rice. Okay. Hats off to me. I'm the bomb. Ayesha girl. This is fire, sis. I love salmon. I love seafood. With salmon, I usually like to go very light on seasoning because I just feel like salmon is one of those simplified. I just feel like seafood in general, you don't need to do a lot to it, especially with salmon. So I was a tiny bit apprehensive because I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Sweet on my salmon? I don't know. But girl, it was fire. And coconut rice. Coconut rice is really good too. Y'all, this tastes so good. Oh my gosh. I want more of that sauce on here. And for more. I gotta reheat this because messing around with y'all got me eating cold food, but this tastes fire. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching me cook dinner tonight. I hope you guys check out this recipe. It's bomb. Let me know if you guys try it out yourselves. Let me know if you guys end up buying her book, Full Plate. I'm gonna link it below. You guys can get it on Amazon. So right to your doorstep so you can be cooking with tea next, okay? With the help of Miss Curry, of course. But I can't wait to try out the rest of the recipes on here. Like, she has some Jamaican ones on here. She has salads, desserts. So I wonder if I could try to do the whole recipe book in a year. Wouldn't that be interesting? Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you want more cooking videos, make sure you thumbs up this video, comment below, and share with all your friends. And we'll be back next week with the next one for you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram also at tanisha.cherry. And I hope you're subscribed to my channel if you're watching this. Later.